Upstate New York has been very, very fertile ground for writers, mining in a kind of slant way. We're all slant drilling into the rich New York soil. I have followed Russell Banks's work for years, of course, and the late Fred Exley. But William Kennedy is a writer who grew up really only about 30 miles from where I grew up, and yet seems to me to be in many ways in an entirely different universe. And I love Bill's work because I like different universes. I like entering the political world of Roscoe. All that political chicanery and nobody does that. Nobody does that better, I think, than Bill Kennedy. But of course, Ironweed still is a very important novel, not just because it won a Pulitzer, but because it is. Novels just don't get much better than that, I think, and I return to it. I return to it from time to time for the way in which he gets at, I think, a landscape. It's a New York landscape. It's very different from my landscape. And of course it's a historical novel, but it is the connection of political and private life, which has always fascinated me. It's a very intimate, private story about two lost souls, but it's set in a context as large as America, and that's a social context as large as America. It's a book about class, among other things, which I'm interested in. And I remember reading Ironweed when I was still myself, I think, probably an apprentice writer, and the book. I don't think I really, until Empire Falls and Bridge of Sighs, felt that I had that kind of book that marries the deeply intimate, the idea that a story could be both deeply intimate and as big as the nation, or certainly as big as the state, and probably as big as the nation and more. That you could do that all in one book, and it was kind of a revelation that I took to heart and I think used in some different way.